Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to give the prelude to usually what I do for the individual longer readings, but we're going to do that now, and this is going to be for Virgo season. Now, remember, I'm an intuitive channeler. Whatever, I get from my higher power comes through if something does come through, but this is going to be more informational only, okay? Now, again, too, as I always say, take what you like, leave the rest. So, Virgo season. The sun enters Virgo at 11:45 Eastern Standard Time, and all of the times will be Eastern Standard Time on August 22nd. Now, we have to back up a little bit to August 18th. And that is at 22:41 or 10:41 p.m., again, Eastern Standard Time. The new moon will be in Leo. That will all be about positivity. That will be about shining bright. That gives you a sense of optimism. That gives you what we need to continue going forward, especially during these weird and strange times. Now, when Virgo comes on that 22nd, this continues a lot of the things that have been going on with Leo. So there is still going to be that positivity because of that new moon that will carry through. But there is also about, again, and we've talked about this, seeing truth, the truth of ourselves, the truth of the situations that we're in, the truth of the things outside of ourselves. It doesn't necessarily mean that we will be opening up to everybody, because that's not what that's all about. Because it's almost like we're going to know who not to open up with, okay? It's going to be like we're going to see the truths in others, and they may not necessarily be bright and shiny. Okay, so anyway, the 2nd of September, the full moon at 1:21 a.m., again, Eastern Standard Time, will be in Pisces. Now, this is one of those interesting moons because Pisces is one, it's very spiritual. There's kind of a very hidden type of energy. Remember the two fishies? The one fish kind of goes down into that deep, and that's what we're going to need to know. We're going to need to look deeper. This is going to be a time of not just accepting the surface, not just accepting what we believe. We have to look deeper. We have to, this is also, this is in the natural. This is also in that supernatural too. So this would be good, this is good energy to, again, dig deeper into what we want, into our psyche also. Okay? Now, remember, from the new moon to the full moon, that is when, as the moon, it's waxing, and that is as the moon is getting bigger, we request things. Now, the full moon to the new moon, as the moon is getting smaller, we get rid of things. Around that that full moon, a lot of times people say 3 days before through 3 days after is the time that I say release, relinquish, and request. Release what's holding you back, those things that really tie you down. Relinquish what you don't need anymore. You just might have been carrying them around because they brought you some comfort, or maybe they were self-paying too. Some people like to keep things that hurt them. Not to say that you should be doing that. You should. That's when you learn from it, you grow. Also, then request, because that's where the good stuff comes. Put it out there. I talk about this all the time, especially around the full moon, the new moon and the full moon, is when I tell you to write your goals down, write the things you want, put an end date on there too. Say, put it out there, throw it on the refrigerator, look at it every day. I am not saying to worship the moon, but the moon's energy does affect all of us. It truly, truly does. The moon cycles, and then also too, with the moon, you have to remember, we don't see that hidden side. There is a side of the moon that we just don't see, where things are going on, we don't know about it. So with this Pisces moon, remember, dig deeper. There's going to be things we don't know that we need to see. There's a lot of, I really feel like this is going to be a great moon, a great Pisces moon, to get rid of a lot of stuff. Again, And because we're in Virgo, where we're going to be seeing a lot of truths, there's a lot of old thoughts, a lot of old notions, a lot of old paradigms that we will be releasing. Okay, so then we go to the 17th of September, and that is when we have the new moon in Virgo, and that will be at 7 o'clock a.m. This is all going to be about the start of, remember we went from the shining bright positivity, okay, we need to look deeper. Now we come to this new moon. This is going to be about taking care of ourselves, both physically, spiritually, emotionally, also too financially. So there's going to be some financial energy going on with this new moon. Now, we go to the 22nd of September. Sun enters Libra at 0:31 Eastern Standard Time. Couple of things that we need to know. So Virgo actually is going to be, it may not, I feel like Virgo is going to be an uncomfortable season, more so because it's going to challenge a lot of our paradigms. It's going to challenge what we believe to be true, and it's also going to challenge who we used to believe to be true also. So just take that, though, with a grain of salt. Okay, now, 6 planets are still retrograde. Some are going to be starting to go direct. October is really the month we need to watch with that, but that's in October. So besides the Sun in Virgo, 5 planets are in Earth signs. Mercury is in Virgo. So besides being truthful and being honest, that's also in our communication too. But at the same time, we don't necessarily want to, I kind of feel like, I have my cards here. I don't feel like we should all lay all our cards down, okay? We should hold some close to our vest, as the saying goes, okay? Just know that, because not everybody, just because we want the truth, not everybody wants to be truthful either. Okay, so let's go back to this. 5 planets, okay, I told you 5 planets are in Earth signs. So Mercury's in Virgo. Now, Jupiter, Saturn, and I'm looking over here at my list, Pluto are still retrograde in Capricorn. Jupiter's going to start going direct 9/12 at 2041. That's a very big planet of surprises. Usually it can be pretty good, but it's still going to be in Capricorn for a while. Uranus is still retrograde I told you that it went retrograde in, it's retrograde in Taurus. Now there was a short period of time that it went direct, and then it went retrograde like a week or so ago. Okay, and that's always expect the unexpected. Now, but these are Earth energy, so this has some energy this has some things that we need to really work with being grounded. So I don't feel major shifts again that October, but again there is still there is some things that are working through now. Uranus retrograde Taurus. Okay, now 2 planets are in water signs, so we have Venus in Cancer, and Venus in Cancer is all about home and love, and let's all give everybody hugs, because that's what Cancer wants. Cancer loves the home. Cancer loves to provide love, okay, which is wonderful. Now, Neptune is retrograde. It continues to be retrograde. And then we also had that full moon in Pisces. Again, seeing beyond the illusion, digging deeper. So there's going to be a lot of energies that uncovering, seeing deeper, things like that. Okay, looking for the truth in things. Paradigms shifting again. We talked about Mars being in Aries, which is a fire sign. And remember, Mars is Aries is Mars. Aries is more the spirit of, Mars is the god of war, and this, is the spirit of battle, okay? So there's a rebellious tendency with this. There is a breakout tendency. There is a I want what I want type of tendency. Then, now this is going to add, as I'm saying, I want what I want, Venus will be going into Leo, also a fire sign, from the 6th of November to October 3rd. And that's all about, again, but this is the warm and fuzzy stuff. We want what we want. We want the pretty things. We want the love. We want the good stuff. Now, we also have to be careful because when Venus is in Leo, Leo has big ego and can, usually it's very gregarious and very warm and wants to give and give and give. But, you don't want to hurt it either. And then it goes away and it's licks its paws. Okay. September 5th, okay, Mercury enters Libra at 1547. Mercury and Libra, all about social interaction, all about communication. And, it's just so interesting because when Mercury is retrograde in Libra, or for Libras, when Mercury's retrograde, Libras are always about having people coming back in their lives. People that they thought they've moved on, but now, so Mercury being in Libra, you can be, there's a lot of things that you could be revisiting, okay? Okay, especially, people calling you up from the blue. And this isn't just going to be for Libras, though it might be a little more for Libras this time around. This, I think, is going to be bigger. Okay, and then we come again to September 22nd when Libra season begins at 9:31 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So again, October is more the month that we're going to have a little bit more shakeups, but this is between during Virgo season, there's a lot of cleanup, there's a lot of getting rid of, there's a lot of seeing things, seeing reality, okay? Which it all depends. It all depends, remember a lot of times when I'm talking about healing and, healing isn't always easy. New beginnings, endings aren't always easy. They can hurt. They can hurt. So, this is where we're going to, again, like that full moon in Pisces, we're going to be digging deep. We're going to be digging deep and looking at things a little bit more so. Okay? Okay. So that's the overview. Please go on to look at your season or your sign in Virgo season. As always, know that you are loved. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.